Namaste friends, welcome back to Anadi Anandam. And today we will look at a very offbeat topic. Offbeat because we have not discussed this topic before on this channel. So it is very interesting, and as you've already noticed on the title, we are going to talk about enzymes. Now, what is so interesting about enzymes? What are enzymes? An enzyme is a thread of uh, it's a protein thread which is composed of amino acids, and it is mostly it is something like a bundled up thread ball. So it's a globular structure, and it has a point which acts like a pocket, right? Now, what is its function? It is nothing but a catalyst. Now, what is the environment in which enzymes function? It is the bioenvironment. In all living organisms, we find that enzymes carry out, help act as catalysts and help in carrying out chemical reactions. So, when we are referring to chemical reactions within the biological systems, then we refer to it as a bioenvironment, and it's a biocatalyst, right? So when we are talking about biochemistry, about chemical reactions happening within the body, then we are referring to catalysts, and we have named it as enzymes, because any chemical reaction occurs between two molecules, right? So these two molecules have to first come together so as to be able to interact with each other, go through a transition phase, and then finally form a byproduct. So this is the process of a reaction happening. But for the reaction to happen, these two molecules A and B have to come together. Now, after coming together, there has to be something which speeds up the interaction of those two molecules together, and this function is carried out by our Mr. Enzyme, who acts as a catalyst in speeding up the process of interaction of these two molecules together, right? So understood so far? Yes. So this is the role of an enzyme. Now, all the functions which are carried out by the body, respiration, digestion, like breaking down of the food which is going inside the mouth, and food is of a lot of variety. So we have sugars, carbohydrates, we have proteins, we have fats, and we have other minerals. So these have to be first broken down, then they have to be absorbed, then assimilated again in a form which is easily taken up by the cells, individual cells, which are spread out throughout the body in the form of various tissues and organs, right? So each of the tissues and organs has their own specific requirement. So food is then broken down and then assimilated again to be able to, in the form which needs to be taken up by that particular organ or tissue as required by each and every part of the body, right? So this is the role of enzyme. Now imagine a situation wherein the body is devoid of enzymes. No reaction will happen. You will never see growth. You will never see decay. You will never see any process happening, and it is as good as a still rock. Even rocks undergo reactions, and that is why we see fading of rocks. We see fossils, right? So these, although it is not as perceivable to us because it happens over a longer duration of time, but our biological processes are happening each and every moment that we breathe, and even in the fraction of the second which we are unable to even perceive. So imagine the kind of intelligence, and these enzymes are not waiting for our permission to tell them that, yeah, whether I should do this or not do this, correct? So of their own accord, there is an intelligence which is pushing them, inducing them to work in a particular way so as to maintain homeostasis so as to maintain this particular organism in shape, right? And all that in an environment of activity, inactivity, and reaction. So there is a stimulus, there is, you have to respond to the stimulus and adapt, right? So in a very fluid, highly fluid and changing environment, these enzymes, uh, they have that energy, that power, that intelligence of carrying out these reactions and helping the body to maintain homeostasis. How beautiful is this? If you just try to think about it and imagine, right? So, if you want to really question whether God is there and whether God is perceivable to us, then you can actually imagine these functions happening within your body and question yourself where from this energy and intelligence comes. How does that molecule A and molecule B, know that it has to enter into a particular environment? It has to come in close proximity, close enough for a reaction to happen, and then this particular Mr. Enzyme walks in through the door, then identifies both molecule A and molecule B, helps them shake hands, interact with each other, forms a communication channel, and then there are messenger molecules who have to be signaled that the reaction has happened, right? That is how we find satiation of hunger, of thirst. So this is how there is a lot of activity going on within the body, and without even we knowing any of it. We don't even know how many enzymes are there in the body. We don't even know. We are not aware of what all reactions are happening. Even as in this particular moment, as I am speaking and as you are listening, are we even aware of all the reactions which are happening through the body, of all the enzymes which are active, right? So this is the beauty of enzymes, and this is the beauty of life, that everything is in auto control, autopilot mode. We think that we are doing a lot of things, but it actually is not that way. So this energy or the intelligence of making things happen without having a conscious involvement of any external agency is the beauty of nature, is the secret power of God within each and every part of this system and every other system which is perceivable on this planet, right? So this is how beautiful the world and universe really is. You have to dive deep within to really find peace and happiness, right? So this is an introduction for uh, and assimilation of various subjects together. So I have brought science, life science, and anatomy, physiology. Then I have correlated it with spirituality, and I have sort of made an effort to make it interesting to you, all my friends. So come back. I will see you soon. Namaste.